Hello, Homeworthy. I'm Catalina. Welcome to my home in Dallas. Come in.
You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story. Before today's episode, click the join button below to support all of the storytelling we do on this channel. Our growing community of members help to directly fund more videos so we can capture these extraordinary homes from around the world. So join today to receive early and exclusive access to new Homeworthy videos.
I am Catalina Gonzalez Jorba, and we're here in my home in Dallas, Texas, where I live with my 4 boys and my husband and my huge Bernese Mountain dog. And I am the founder and designer of Dondolo. This home is very close to our hearts, to all my family's heart. My husband was the one who literally put on all the work. And we, first of all, when we started looking for a home that was closer to our boys' schools. And we looked for almost 3 years to find a home that actually had a backyard. Because, you know, we have 4 boys and they're always either playing football or soccer or in the pool when, the weather allows it. So we wanted a big backyard, and it was impossible to find. Finally, COVID year, I walked into this home and I hated the insides. I was like, I don't like anything about it, but it has a huge backyard and I love that. So I immediately put an offer on it and then called my husband. I was like, we found a home. So he was very, very surprised because he hadn't even seen it, but also excited. So, and he was basically the GC for the home. He's been in commercial real estate and development all his life. And he was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it myself. And it was the best, idea ever, because it was an amazing process for both of us. But also with our designers and architect, it was a beautiful, beautiful journey. So when we first walked the house, it was built in 2006, so it wasn't that old, but it really needed that soul. It was a very cookie cutter home, and it had a lot of dark wood everywhere. And it's not that I don't love dark rooms. We're sitting in one, but it needed more of a heart. And that's what we started doing. So we first did renovations to the house, and then we added another 3,000 square feet where we put our flex room. That's what we call it, but it's actually our entertaining room, which we dreamed about having. I love hosting parties. I love hosting big dinners. I love having friends and family over. So it is the best place to do it, and it's yellow. So it's the happiest room in the house, as I like to call it. And we also added our masters upstairs and closet. Welcome to my foyer. I'm so excited to have you here and show you around. This entry table was sourced by C's, which is an antique, is my designers. And then I have a really fun story about this champagne chiller. I actually got it around top not too long ago. And I saw it with orchids and I was like, how fun it will be to have it just, in my entryway. And then this is from estate sale. Who else loves finding like fun treasures at estate sale? I love it. Like my husband always tells me I love old lady stuff. So I do. I love it so much. And then this incredible wallpaper. So I always dreamed about having kind of like the outdoors brought in. And I believe this wallpaper does that. So it was completely custom made by Gracie Wallpaper. I took out some of the palm trees that were included in the original and then added more white florals throughout. So yes, I love it when I walk in. I thought at some point that I was gonna get kind of tired of seeing so much wallpaper in my life, but I actually enjoy it very, very much. So nothing that you see came with the house. This floor, it's, you know, how we place it, it looks, I don't know, I love the texture of this floor. You know, the black and white is very traditional, but at the same time, goes really well with all the black details around the house, which I love. And this rug is antique Asian rug that the designers found for me. And I love it so much because it leads into the kind of purple burgundy tones that also are throughout the house that I'll point out. So one other thing about this room is the entryways to the dining room and the formal living. The arches and all the woodwork, it's very special to us. And it was all custom made by our architect, Harris, which we love. So going with all the arches and trying to reflect the arch in the front door that also goes through the two other hallways from our entryway. And now I'm gonna take you to my dining room, which is one of my favorite places in the whole house because I love tablescaping. And that was a thought that I had when, you know, putting together the design for this dining room. First of all, the silk wallpaper. At first, we were, you know, the designers and I were thinking about something very fun and different. And then I was like, no, I need like literally something very subtle that I can actually put a lot of color on the table and florals and details and make it really fun. So basically, this is a very calm, soothing room for me. I showcase all my Mari plates collection that I love. So all the details on the top of the building were custom made for us, and it kind of represents like a shell of some sort. I love to think. I love the ocean, so I try to bring it to my home in little details here and there. The chandelier is so important in this room. It was actually one of the first things that we got even before we even start remodeling, which my husband, I bought the table and the chandelier with the designers, with C's in one, you know, shopping outing. And my husband was like, but we don't even have the house yet. I was like, well, it's okay. We'll have a chandelier. So it's a Murano chandelier and it's gold and it goes really well with all the details on the walls. And the chairs, they're super fun. And I actually found them at Round Top. And I didn't even have to change the paint color because it was perfect. They were from a country club in Denmark, which I also thought that was really fun as well. And we were looking for something that wasn't that tall and had a lot of form in them. And then we picked an amazing fabric with Sarah from C's to reupholster it, and it worked out really, really well. And it has the gold details that also the table has, which I love. I love modern art and being able to have a Rebecca Ward here in the entryway, again with this burgundy and just purple details makes it really fun and kind of like when you walk in, it looks super striking and exciting. So the table was one of the first buys with the chandelier, and it has a glass, like opaque glass on top, like a vintage antique glass on top, which makes it so fun to dress because everything reflects on it. So all the glassware you put on it reflects. I love it so much. Again, I love Lalique. I think they're so fun, and you know, it reminds me of my mom and of my own home. So having it at home is very special to me. Again, with the old lady things. And I love Michelle Rollins, another woman painter. Her detail is incredible, and I especially love it here with the blush silk wallpaper. So the window treatments in this room were also picked to make it very elegant and soothing. So again, the fabric on the top really complements the fabric of all the chairs, the upholstered fabric of the chairs, and I love that. And then this silk is so pretty. I just, I love fabrics. I love texture. So, and every window treatment in my house is lined with this pin strip that makes it even better because from outside you can look in. That was my designer, Sarah. So I loved it as well. And then in here we have a jadro. Again, it reminds me of a home. Reminds me of, of all the things that I couldn't touch around my mom's formal living room. And a tea set. I think everybody needs a silver tea set. And I love kind of like that, the mix in of like very old traditional things that I'm gonna pass to my boys with that contemporary art. We decided to wallpaper this door, but the fun part about it is that it leads into the kitchen. So our home, if you ask me how it will be described, is a mix between new and old. We love antiques. I love antiques, and I love, like my husband tells me, old lady stuff. I do love Lalique, love Jadro, love all the tiny Imari plates, all of it. So we were very, very lucky to find designers like C's. Corvin and Sarah work really close, and all their team, Ali. So we incorporated that antique part of the whole process, using very traditional elements, but also putting in like leopard carpet or, some new art. I worked with my art consultant Temple on all the art in the house. We love contemporary art. So we added to the house our personal collection of women artists, which makes it very new and vibrant, but also has the traditional feel of antiques and also traditional furniture, like couches and chairs done the traditional way, which Corbin, he's incredible at that, and he was a great source for it. In my home, you can see a lot of different prints and layering, which is what I believe makes a house interesting and soulful and gives it depth. So this is my kitchen. And I always have loved a really big island because I think that with a big family, everything gets put in this island. And right now it's very clean, but in our everyday life, it's full of everything, from backpacks to lunch boxes to schoolwork. All of the things are always on here. Things about this room that I love. The Delft tile was painted for us, custom. And here in the back, we have like the sea monsters and the boats. And then on our fireplace in the same room, we have all the mermaids. And there's actually 2 tiles of my boys playing in the ocean, which is very sweet. And I'll show you in a second. One of the things that I love about this room is the paint, how it has 2 tones. Makes it super interesting. And, I love green. Green is one of my favorite colors. And there's a lot of green in this house, but the kitchen being green makes it very special. And it's, it's one of those rooms that we're in a lot of time with the kids. I love the hood being copper with the brass elements. I think it also brings in, the stairwell and, all of those details from the house into the kitchen as well. So I love that very much. So I picked the marble for this countertop, and I love how, it has a lot of green, but it also has like every tone of green in it and a little bit of blue. And I love how big it is and how much you can see of it. So it's one of my favorite things in this kitchen as well. And the boys sit all the time in the island just to, whenever we're cooking and they're, just eating dinner or eating a snack. And this is one of the places that we make the most memories with our family. I love cooking. I love to bake. So banana muffins are a favorite in my house that I have to do almost every week. Crepes on Sundays are a must. And I also love cooking big dinners for my family and friends to come over and eat. So, I have some of my mom's favorite dishes. I have a carrot cake that is famous within our friends. So when we host smaller dinners that we host here at our dining room, I would actually lay out all of the appetizers here in the island. And then we either go through this door or through that door to the dining room for dinner. So it works really well for entertaining as well. So family time and entertaining. This is another built-in that is very dear to me because I love plates. Every color, every shape, lettuce plates, all of the plates I love. So this gives me a little bit of, space to showcase them. And, these are plates that we use every day, which I love that they're so convenient here in our glassware. And then, it also helps me use my beautiful plates in an everyday life and not waiting for special occasions, but also use them, the more, the better, I guess. And I love these jars where I have all of my different, kind of, again, just daily sets that are easy to use, that the boys can grab. It's just very easy. We wanted to make this room, the kitchen and this living, a little bit more of that Spanish Mediterranean coast vibe of the house on the outside. So these beams were brought from Nebraska and they were so heavy. My husband told me that he had to actually dig them up and then put them in because they were complete wood, which was kind of fun and exciting. But yes, and we wanted to make it, that nautical feel. So same with the drop lights and then the beautiful bow chandelier in the breakfast nook. That took almost 2 years to make. We custom made it, well, the designers did, Cis Design did, and we custom made it from an antique that is huge, and we custom made it into a smaller version for our breakfast nook. So I love flowers, and these orchids, I wanted a big plate, which Noelle, a friend that has a store here, Noelle Pittman, I got this vase at her store, and then with all the beautiful flowers, I think it just kind of centers the kitchen. I started Dondolo more than 10 years ago, and it has changed over time. It started being a website that only carried Pima cotton clothing, and then it became an actual seasonal line for children's that we sold in market. So it was 100% wholesale. And then it became what it is today, which is we are a retail shop that sells mostly online. We also have a little store in the design district. But I think the most important, and what for me is the most important about Dondolo, is the heart and soul, which is our gift bag and all the women that we employ in Colombia. We employ around 150 women in the factory, and then plus another 50 who do all of the embroidery by hand. So every dress that you buy from Dondolo that has hand smocking or hand embroidered is literally done by a woman. And she takes a day, sometimes 2 days, just doing one dress. So that's what is most special in the heart of the brand. And what is also special is seeing all the memories that our clients create with our beautiful pieces. And I love designing. For me, picking fabrics, putting a bow, putting a button that is a flower or a heart in a piece, it's my highlight. I love being able to mix prints and fabrics and textures. And I think a lot of that part of me, you can see it in the house, and I love that about it as well. our biggest requirement in this breakfast nook as a family of 6 with 4 boys was that the chairs could be wiped down super easily, and same with the table, that we didn't have to be worried about dents or anything like that. So designers picked this amazing table that we love. It cleans super easily, and this incredible bench that is blue and really goes really well with all the window treatments that are plaid. And I love this blue plaid that also carries into our living. So again, kind of bringing that around. The boat, our chandelier, our boat chandelier, which it was custom made for this space with the perfect, size, and we love it so much. And the wallpaper on top of it is actually zodiac signs all over it, so it's kind of like the stars. So again, bringing that nautical feel into this breakfast nook makes it very special for us. So the window treatments are super sweet. They bring, those bows. Again, I live in a house full of boys, but I'm very romantic, and everything that I create with Dondolo is very, just sweet. So Sarah from Seas wanted to bring that sweetness into these window treatments by adding those beautiful bows on them. So we're going into our living room, and where we spend a lot of time, in our day-to-day life. Again, this couch it's so good for us because, I wanted something that could be very comfortable for the boys, but also that could clean easily. So you guys, just the leather on that bag, it's amazing because my kids walk in every day and do this again. So being it leather is awesome because it doesn't get dirty. I don't suffer, it's making things also, they need to take care of things in the house just because it's good for them to grow up around beautiful things and to have that, but at the same time, making it easier for them, I think it's a huge deal. Again, the fabrics, I love being able to mix prints, and that's one of the things that in the house, I think my designers did an incredible job, Sarah especially, kind of showing me all these different prints that actually go really well together and coordinate, but they have, they're very different from each other. So we see it here, and we see it in these 2 chairs, that as a whole, it looks so beautiful together. But when you actually see it separate, you think, okay, how is this gonna work, right? I love this painting right here. It's by one of my best friends, and Carly Martin. She's an artist and awesome. And it's, it's kind of like our happy when we walk around this part of the home every day. To see it, and also the boys being able to see a friend that is a woman artist, it's awesome. Our fireplace is also a very special thing in this room because it has, all the mermaids that were hand painting custom for us, but it also has, 2 of the tiles are boys playing on the ocean, which is, super special to them and to us as well. The artist was a kind of like a surprise that she snuck in when she sent it to us. So I'm very grateful for that. All of the tables in our coffee table mean a little bit of something to us and are ready for the kids to kind of open and look through them. Cartagena, I grew up in Cartagena, Mexico City. That's where my husband grew up in. Again, Landon Metz, this painter above the fireplace. And Italy's where Santiago and me, my husband and I, went last year. We do 2 trips a year, just the 2 of us, just kind of like to, have some time for us. And last year's was in Italy. And that book was gifted to us, and it was very special. So all the florals that you see today throughout my home were done by Nolan from Bottega de Flores. He's awesome. He's an artist. He takes flowers and arranges them in such a way that is so beautiful and interesting to the eye. And then the vase, I got it at a estate sale. I was like, today I'm looking for vases. I need some new and fun ones. And I found this one, and I think it's the perfect height, to showcase. These beautiful planters, kind of like the wicker, going back to that, on the ocean vibe of this room, sourced by the designers. And I love how, these plants look on them. They bring life into this room. And the sconces are so fun. And they're, again, kind of thinking that boat life, which we love. So, and I love how this chair is so different and an antique, and the other three in the room are not. And they just have incredible leather or different prints, and they'll talk to each other in a way that is very interesting in layers. And I also love how this wicker chair that is actually plastic and super durable and perfect for children goes back to the ones in the breakfast nook. And it's awesome because whenever we do not fit, we can always move the chair back there. So the floors in this room were one of the first things that we picked. And we wanted, again, to pick something that felt very like Spanish and bring homage to, the house, the original house that we basically didn't keep anything of, but that style. And they're terracotta. They're literally a couple of colors of terracotta put together, and it looks very authentic. And now I'm gonna take you through this hallway that is very dear to me because it has a lot of history of our, wedding and our, anniversaries. All this religious art was gifted to us on our wedding day. And my mother-in-law keeps adding to the collection every year. It's from an artist from Barcelona, and it's very dear to us. So being able to have it here and go past it every day makes it very special for the boys and I. And also the lighting. I love the arch hallway and how the light shoots out and kind of illuminates the whole place. And now we're gonna go to the bar, which you can go to it from the dining room, which is right here. Use this little hallway and go into the bar to get drinks. It's a beautiful high gloss, like blue greenish color that makes it even warmer and, ready to have an old fashioned in here. The stone, it's super pretty. The marble on top, it has a little bit of those tones of burgundy that also has the outside, the rug and the painting of Rebecca Ward. And all of the tile is like mirror tile, which makes it really fun and reflective. And then on the ceiling, we have this mirror wallpaper that with little stars that makes it very cozy as well. In here, we have this bench, to sit while you get a drink, maybe. And it's an antique, and it also has this beautiful fabric that I love. And it kind of goes on the sides with another one. So again, that mix of prints that I love. Sarah from C's nailed it on these two fabrics. I love them so much. And this painting right here, the temple my advisor helped me get. I love how, it's kind of like this flowers, but in a bigger scale, and the round shape. I think it's so different too for this space. So our friends that know where our bar is, they just come in here and prepare, we have a friend that he comes here and gets old fashions for all of us. We love tequila as well. We love to sip on good tequila. So that's another thing that our friends also know we have here, and it's ready to be poured. I love, all the glasses. I love all the colored glasses. I have all the colored glasses from Stell, and I keep them in here, and, just a mix of fun colors. And, I just got this vintage ones. Great for tequila, I thought. But I got these ones at a estate sale, and they're aperitif baccarat, and we use them for tequila, We also have these fun ones from Stell, some old-fashioned glasses that we love. They're this brown color, very fun and different. These tulip glasses I love as well. They're pink and yellow, and they're hand blown, super special, super light. And now I'm gonna take you to our yellow room where all the parties and big dinner parties happen. So I love color, and how I always tell my husband is that I don't think in numbers, I think in colors, literally. So I love flowers. I love to create like spaces and tablescapes and clothing that actually feels visually comfortable and happy to everyone that sees it, especially for my family, starting from myself to my family, to everybody else who buys Dondolo clothing. But here at my home, how you see it, I think it's every space or every little corner has a detail. And I think details are the most important part of the house and also of Dondolo and also of myself. Like when I get dressed, I love picking shoes that will tell a story. You know, I love picking jewelry that, you know, will coordinate with what I'm wearing, but also that I feel very comfortable and confident in it. So I think the details is what tell a story. A fringe in a couch that I just turned around while I was sitting here, and there's a green velvet sofa with gold fringe that with the carpet, leopard carpet looks, you know, just tells a story. So I love that about details. And the first stop in the yellow room is this beautiful bathroom that I love because of all the different colors and how they contrast together. I love kind of like the wicker wallpaper that goes all the way to the ceiling, and the marble green that kind of ties with all the green in the house. And I also love the yellow door that on the back, it's a burgundy. So again, bringing the burgundy around the house as well. And all of the built-in is burgundy as well. And the tile is green. So basically yellow, burgundy, and green kind of mixed all together. So this is my yellow room. I wanted a yellow room for so long, and it's like, because yellow is happy, right? Yellow is joyful, yellow is celebration. So I wanted this room to literally do that. So on all the built-in, I only have like tablecloths and napkins and that I've collected throughout the years. And you know, I brought this big table here because I wanted to sit, 14 people and do bigger dinners, but also have this, we've used it for the boys' birthday parties. We've used it for trunk shows. We've used it for so many incredible things that bring people together that I love it so much. The paintings are prints by Virginia Jaramillo, who's a woman painter from the 70s. So she wasn't very well known until a couple years ago, that then she kind of boomed and books were written because of her. So she's incredible and awesome, and I love her pieces in this room, how they bring, again, all those colors in from the house. So these bookcases kind of show truly kind of like what we love as a family, and they're a representation too of us with lots of pictures of our loved ones. My dad is in here, my father-in-law is in here, us on our wedding day, and we have like bases from Italy that we have brought. We had other bases that are so fun and different, and also the shells everywhere. We love the ocean. We love being, reminded of the ocean in our daily life. The corals around it are super fun as well. And the vintage books, and the designers played a lot on this, arranging it together and putting all these special pieces in it. A lot of vintage birds that I got at a estate sale as well. So it's kind of like the old and new horses. My dad loved horses. My son loves horses. I love horses. So it's kind of like the new and old, and kind of like what we love as a family. So the lamps, we have 4 in the room, and I love how, it looks very much like perfect for the room, but it also kind of like divides the light up as well, making it very warm as well. So I love that about it. The table, this was one of the things that we brought from our old home, and I love it because it fits so many people. So, I love keeping it. And then we added the wicker chairs to kind of bring more of that living room to here as well. We love fireplaces. We put them on a lot during the winter. I feel like Texas, it's so fun to just, turn it on in a random day because it could be spring and still be very cold, right? So we love having fireplaces around the house to be able to warm up. One of the things that I love about the window treatments in the whole house is that they have a lot of me in terms of like how they have the ruffle, and that again, Sarah from Seas was incredible to put it at. And then this fabric is so beautiful, and it has yellow in it. It has that brown, a burgundy color on it as well. And this beautiful pleated ruffle. So we wanted to make this space also ready to, watch a game or, watch a movie with friends or, just the boys. So, they added this little table, side tables that fit all the books. I think they're precious and they're so fun. And the couch is super comfortable with all the yellow and brown pillows on it. Again, adding that contrast and the different types of fabric that I love. And then these stools are one of my favorites because they have like the little foot around them, and the boys love them. They use them every time that we're in this space, to put their feet up or just to sit. And the scalloped carpet is so fun, and again goes back to those more sweet romantic details of mine. What I love most about my home is how it brings my family, my boys and my husband together, and how it brings other people that we love together, friends and family. I love being able to create memories in this home. And I love that the home actually has spaces for us to create them. So that's what I love the most about it. We literally thought about this since the moment that we start, talking to the architect, but just how the house flows and how it has like a more intimate spaces for small groups of people. And for our family, what works for our family, like in the kitchen and all around it, how we can have those memories every day of our life is what I love the most about the house. And this is our library, formal living, a brown room, how we call it here at our home. I love this room for so many reasons. First, because it's, darker, which makes it a little bit more, adult in a way. So I love the lacquered brown walls and the gold wallpaper and how the chandelier reflects the light on it. I love that about it. And love how many seats you can get out of this room. So it's special when we're with friends and, some people sit over here, some others sits over there. There can be a couple of conversations going on at the same time. I love that about a room. Amazing women painter in the back, Corin Lynn. Love it. The designers worked with me and I worked with my art consultant. So it came together beautifully is what I'm trying to say. Fireplace, it's an antique fireplace. They assembled it together here. It only had a couple of pieces and then they put it all together from petite. It's so beautiful and it brings that, again, that burgundy color into this room with the browns, which I love. These two yellow stools were reupholstered in this yellow, beautiful fabric silk. And I think they add kind of like that vibrancy to this room and also ties this room to the yellow room. I love this lady, sort of a Virgin Mary from Italy. I got it at Ellis Hill with Margareta. And I love how it looks next to this beautiful, the velvet couch with the French gold fringe at the bottom. I love how when we worked with C's, with the designers on each piece of furniture, we worked out of fabrics and trims. And it's kind of like how I work for when I'm working for pieces at my collections at Dondolo, kind of like putting together, the trim of the back of this couch and the little other trim that goes on the sides of it, and then the French, and then seeing it all together at the end was literally a magical process, because I've never been through the journey of creating furniture. So it was really spectacular to see, from like pieces of fabric to this. Another thing that I love about this room is the rug. The leopard print rug. I think it adds so much fun and texture and layering to the room. And as coffee tables or side tables, we actually have 4 completely different pieces. But I love how different they are and how they mix together. So this one is an antique, and then that one is an antique as well. And this too, the side brown table and this white one are from very modern furniture designers. This one has little legs, which I love, this white one. And it makes it very interesting and different. I love this chase right here with all the pillows on top. Bosco also loves it, by the way. We need to keep him because we used to find it all covered in fur. But just kind of laying here and it's so comfortable and fun, even to read a book or, just hang. It's beautiful fabrics. They're soft and, just very special nook. Okay, and now we go upstairs. So I think what gives home a soul is the details and the people that live in it. I think that, our home is a reflection of who we are as a family. And I feel that when you feel comfortable and when you walk in a home and you feel that it has that warmth, is because it has a soul, because everybody in the home feels so comfortable making themselves feel at home and feel happier, that energy carries, throughout the home. And we're here in my office where the Dondolo magic happens. And I love this room so much because it's huge inspiration for me. The wallpaper, for example, we worked with decadent to add the blue herons to this wallpaper they do, because I love birds and I felt it needed some blue to go with my art piece right here by another woman, Susan Well. She's amazing, and this was a huge part of this room as well and source of inspiration. Again, the carpet with all the pinks and the texture. I love just walking barefoot through this carpet. It's so magical. And the furniture, like this beautiful couch, was created by the designers. And with the fabric, the little bows, again, bringing back that romantic part of me and putting it into furniture around the home. I think those details is what give a home soul. So I love it so much. Again, all my books, and then all of the photographs. I love the photographs of my boys and our family how we've been growing throughout the years, and the vintage and antique pieces that I've collected, and it's very special. This chandelier I love so much, and especially because All of the ceiling is painted the same pink as all the trim and the wood and the built-ins, so it makes it pop even more. It's a Murano chandelier and it's pink. Like I just fell in love with it since the beginning. So my desk is an antique. I love it. There's a problem though. I cannot open a couple of drawers. So, I need to call someone. But other than that, the chair, I love this fabric on it. It's so soft and comfortable. And it reminds me of corals, which again, I love the ocean. So it love it in here in this room because it brings it a little bit too. So a lot of people ask me, like, how could I have all this nice furniture, the velvet sofas and the chairs, and with 4 boys and a big dog, and just a lot of craziness around us every day of our lives. For me, I always respond that boys also love beautiful things, and it's good for boys to grow up appreciating and loving beautiful aesthetics, beautiful art, and get that part in them, alive. Because if you don't start it as a child, then as an adult, it doesn't come easily, or, you have to work for it. So you can have nice things with boys, and with 4 boys even. I think that raising them around beautiful things and teaching them the respect that you have to have for, things, and also translates into people and into art, and also, just learning that things can be aesthetically beautiful and you have to take care of them. I think that's very important. And I think that if you start from the young age, they realize that, they love being able to be in a beautiful house. And this is the sitting area on our bedroom. I love the degradent wallpaper in here. It's so soothing and beautiful. And again, I wanted something very calm and happy, with a lot of details, of course, but for our bedroom. I love this silk window treatments, and I love the top part of it. It just flows really well with the whole room. This desk is an antique, and I have all of our cards with our names just to write a card, And then we have this little sitting area, which has worked so well for our family, because this is where, the boys will come and sit for a little bit before, going to bed, read. I've loved it to read during the day. It's one of my favorite spots to do it. And I also love the art in here. So kind of like that contrast between the light wallpaper and then the dark floral art, and how it goes with the zebra. And right off the sitting room, I can take you to our bathroom. It's cozy. We love the mirrors. We love the antique mirrors on the back. And then with these beautiful mirrors on top, I think it adds so much character to the whole bathroom. Again, we picked the pink marble tops, which I love. And then we added these little curtains underneath, inspired by Santiago growing up going to his grandfather's house. And we just literally needed more space for, putting all the things that he put in the bathroom. So we loved it. Our towels were done by Leontine Line Linens. She's awesome. So, the beautiful monograms, our bathtub. I love like the cornice too with the bathtub. Oh yeah, and the wallpaper, the striped pink. Everybody was like, oh, and what does Santiago think about the pink wallpaper? And I think pink is a very neutral color. It's very romantic and feminine, but it's also very neutral. And especially when it goes to that mauve like tone, I think it's very neutral and I love it. And then this fun detail, these tools I got in Round Top not so long ago. And, you know, they're from the 70s, a designer from the 70s, a furniture designer. And we've been loving them because we needed somewhere to sit, you know, put shoes on, put, you know, a towel or whatever, some space. And then the tile, I love the pink on the tile. It has a little bit of a light pink on it, and it's so fun and beautiful. And now we're headed to my closet. So what I love the most about my closet is the color. It's the same one from my office space, you know, in my closet. And I love it so much. It's peaceful. Again, like I said, I think pink is a neutral. And then all the wallpaper is seagrass, but it's like a pinkish color, which adds, you know, just that, the same tonality of all over it. And I love that all of my dresses are covered. I have some Dondolo dresses from this spring, and they're ready to be packed for my next summer vacation. So I always wanted a closet like this that, you know, I love getting dressed. I love coming up with outfits last minute. I am not good at, you know, planning an outfit a week before. I'm great at being like, oh, we have this dinner. Okay, what could I wear? And, you know, just come up with it in the minute of it. I feel that it comes up way better than when I plan it. So I love, you know, kind of like picking a dress first and then going with accessories, my scarves, you know, if I need a hat, and then going to my shoes. So let me show you my shoes. So I didn't own any, you know, cowboy boots, but, you know, Lizzie, Miron Crosby, Lizzie and Sarah. So now I own a lot of cowboy boots, and then, you know, city boots. I also own some. I love supporting my female friends, entrepreneurs, but I also love a good cowboy boot. I think they're awesome. So this is our playroom, and this is the place where the boys spend the most time playing, especially with friends. They come in and, you know, like they have everything in these drawers, and they just, you know, pull it out and just play, and then, you know, pull it back in. Sometimes it doesn't always go back in there, but, you know, we're learning. But this is a great, you know, place for them to grab books and to grab board games. We have all our board games right here. And these are antiques that I got from Round Top as well. And this art piece was done by Catalina. She's an incredible artist, and she does all with black ink and also some red and burgundy. It's so beautiful. But I wanted some animals so that it could go into the wallpaper in their study area, which has that beautiful animal wallpaper, you know, like African wallpaper. I wanted to tell a story. Same with the carpet in here, that is a tiger. And all of this furniture, it's actually outside furniture that we decided to use inside an Idea of Seas, which has been incredible because we don't have to worry about it being clean, about, you know, it being damaged. It's just beautiful and easy to maintain, which is so, so fun. So one of the things that I always, you know, try to teach my boys is that, yes, we need to take care. And again, this is their playroom, so there's not a wide couch in here. It's all outside furniture that it's good to upkeep. But at the same time, I want them to be exposed to like art and beautiful, special things that I find, because I also want to tell them, for them to learn that beautiful things, you know, you take care of beautiful things. Same with this ones that I found that they're antiques, and they know, and they will take care of it. And it's a process. So I think that you learn it throughout the years. So this is an extension of our playroom and probably one of our most important rooms in the house. because this is where the boys do their homework and where they do all their crafts. So again, it's fun. It has an amazing wallpaper, but is also very easy for them to maintain with all the labeled, boxes for crafts, for pens. And I tell you, they do a ton of crafts in here. They love it. My 13-year-old just finished that huge roller coaster Lego, and we love it. And it's in here that we kind of showcase her art. And then I take it all down every season and then start putting them again. So we have all our little bistro curtains right here that lead to our courtyard. And, this special and beautiful details are the ones that I love my boys to be exposed to in their daily lives. Home is sacred. Home is where I ground, and where all of us, like all of my boys and my husband, ground with me. It's our place for feeling peace and joy at the same time. So basically, being together and at home is when we feel complete. So home for us is being, complete and happy.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to go to homeworthy.com for exclusive content, shopping guides, and so much more.